for good. Register now at vim-chat.org.
It's hard to imagine that in the year 2024, women can be denied coverage for birth control, but it happens more often than you might think. Employers choose to deny coverage of certain types of birth control, leaving their female employees left footing what can be often a pretty hefty bill. Then, of course, there are women who work but don't have health insurance, and they too face the same hurdle. Well, in Chattanooga, a nonprofit called A Step Ahead is there to step in and offer birth control at zero cost to women in 18 area counties. Mandy Cowley is the executive director, and she's here to share the message of what they do and also to invite you to a very fun fundraiser coming up. So good to see you.
That's right. Thanks for having us this morning.
Kind of a hefty bit of information to throw at people, but it's a surprising thing to realize that this is not always something at women's fingertips.
That's right. Birth control is a lot harder to access than people imagine. It's expensive and it can be really confusing. So when we think about the long-acting forms of birth control, those can cost over $1,000 if you're paying out of pocket.
Right.
So if you're choosing between paying rent this month or getting the birth control method that's right for you, you're going to pay rent. That's not really a choice.
I think it's also something that is a trial and error. Am I right in this? To find the one that best suits your body.
That's right.
So if you're having to pay out of pocket for that always, you're really left struggling even more.
That's right. It sometimes takes women a few tries to find the method that works for them. And of course, across the reproductive lifespan, women generally use 3 different methods. So not only are you trying methods, but across your life, you're using different methods.
It's also not always used for the sake of birth control. Sometimes it's hormone regulation for women and helping with other issues, right?
That's right. That's right. Birth control can be really helpful for conditions like PCOS or endometriosis, and those affect 10% of women of reproductive age.
So if you're watching this morning and you're lucky enough to not carry this burden, then count your blessings. If you are, know that they are here to help, pretty much no questions asked. And if you do have health insurance, but this is denied on your health insurance, you can still come in and help people, right?
That's right. That's right. If you have insurance, we can help with copay or deductible, or if your method is denied for some reason, we can pick up those costs.
Okay, so now let's talk the fun.
Yeah.
So what is this event that you have coming up? It's a disco party, right?
It's a disco party. So on September 19th, we are hosting a celebration of 10 years of expanded contraceptive access in this region. That's how long we've been doing this work. So it will be at Parkside Hall from 7 to 9:30, and it is a decades-themed silent disco.
So Parkside Hall, that's a venue I'm not familiar with. Where is that one?
Yeah, it's over by the sculpture fields. It's a newer venue. It's beautiful. People should come check it out for sure.
That South Side area is booming. Okay, so what decade are you doing? Is it?
Yeah, so the beautiful thing about a silent disco is that you can play music from all different genres. So we will have 70s to the 2000s.
Oh, okay, wait, now I'm picking up on this. So we just got back from a trip. We were in Mexico a few weeks ago, and at the place where we stayed, they had a silent disco party, and it's one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Yes.
It's fun, but it's hysterical to watch.
It's very funny. So if you're not familiar, everyone will get headphones and you can listen to whatever channel you want to listen to. So you might be listening to 80s, I might be listening to 90s, but we're at the same dance party having a blast.
I love it. So, and also if you don't want to dance and you want to talk, you know how once the music starts, the conversation ends?
That's right.
This way people can enjoy both.
That's right. Apart from the disco, if you're not a dancer, we're going to have a fantastic lounge and food, cocktails. We're going to have a vendor corner featuring some local female-owned businesses. So it's going to be a fantastic evening.
Talk a little bit, if you can, about the funding, not of the party, but of A Step Ahead. Because when women come to you, who's providing them this care? Who do you partner with?
That's right. So we partner with existing medical providers. We're not a clinic. So here in Hamilton County, that's folks like the health department, Erlanger, Clinica Medicos. We have a telehealth partner who does birth control pills.
Okay.
That work is fully funded by private donations from individuals and foundations.
So once somebody comes to, let's say that they're in Hamilton County and they go to the health department, just suppose, but they have a doctor, they just can't get the prescription from that doctor. Does the health department share notes with your doctor?
They can, yeah. So the patient can ask those notes to be shared back with their provider of choice. So that continuity of care is there.
And if for some reason there's a problem and you're not liking what you've been prescribed, you can change it?
Absolutely. That's what we're here for.
Okay.
We want women to get the method that's best for them. Yeah.
And so I think something else I'll share, and I wanted to bring this into it. So Rachel Schulson, who brought it to Chattanooga, I talked with her years ago, and it was then her heart pull was that if women can have power, then they can forge for themselves a better life.
That's it. That's it. The whole vision is that when women can time their pregnancies for if and when they're ready, it allows them to pursue and achieve their personal, academic, and professional goals. And when women thrive, their whole family thrives, our community thrives. It benefits all of us.
So to get their tickets for the silent disco party, where do they go?
That's right. You can visit astepaheadchattanooga.org/events. It's also on all of our social media, Facebook, Instagram. It's also hosted on Eventbrite.
Parkside Hall.
Yes.
September when?
19th.
September 19th. And then are you doing a silent auction or anything like that?
We're not.
Okay.
We're not. Yeah, we just want you to come have a fun night.
Straight party.
Yeah.
Okay, well, here's where you go. A Step Ahead Chattanooga is the website, which is just astepahead.com.
astepaheadchattanooga.org.
There we see it. Polk Street is where Parkside Hall is. I love the sculpture gardens,
Yes,
by the way,
beautiful.
the sculpture field. 7 to 9, September 19th. Find out what decade you choose and help a great, great cause. Thank you, Mandy.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Come be a part of our family tree at Martin Boyd Christian Home, a nonprofit assisted living community. A family makes a house a home.